Hello and welcome to my journal flip through of my Messy May 2023 junk journal. I created this journal especially for the Messy May challenge that was hosted on Instagram by Get Messy Art Journal. It was amazing. I didn't expect to get so hooked and to have so much fun with this challenge. I just kind of stumbled over it, I think one day before it began, and I signed up. And the first prompt, the first day was to make a junk journal, and I wasn't really planning to do any new journal, but I kind of had this idea, okay, I need a square journal and I will make it from this. These are kitchen paper rolls, and I took two and I made this square journal. And I had a lot of papers already collected, so it was not a big issue, and I just wanted to make a journal and I felt like it and I did it. And then I got totally hooked on the challenge and I did the whole challenge, 31 days, and I think that's the first month-long challenge that I completed since Inktober in 2019. And so yeah, I'm really proud. I love this journal, and I will take this flip and talk through as an excuse to watch it another time, to go through it and tell you a bit about it. So I made the journal the first day, and then the pages are random. I did not do them chronologically during the month. I just leafed through it every day and picked a page that I felt like creating on. So here we begin with day 7, that was Garner, and I'm not really a doodler, but I had the idea to make kind of a library of doodle possibilities to come back to and refer to and look at if I want to make doodles for other pages. So that's what I did here. Then we have day 19, Gratitude. That was meant to include a photo, but I did not have one, so I painted a face. And I went with the words inhale, exhale, gratitude, to basically remind myself to give gratitude with every breath I take, I guess, something like that. So, and then we have here day 18 was about extensions. This was the one that I made for day 18 specifically, but I have more. As you can see here, some things sticking out. There are more extensions in the journal, some that were created even before this day and some that I added later. So very nice idea to have these. They really add something nice, and I think I will keep doing that in other journals too, because they are nice. This was day 26 scraps, and I just took some scraps that I cut out, this little cute thing, and I put in a quote, also take up space, be seen. Just something that popped into my head on that day and for this prompt. This is day 22, about identity. So here you can see me. This is me. Here I wrote a little, who am I? And I created these 3 pages with different colors for different aspects of my identity. Let's see if I can remind which one was which. I think the green one, no, the violet purpley one was about my creativity. This peach color, pastel colored one was about my mom identity, and this one was kind of a wild woman identity that I would like to, powerful and things that I would like to step more into. So I combined these 3, and I did these gold borders to kind of unite them. This was one of the first days, day 2, expand, and I created this spread, and there's writing underneath it, and the only thing that was still visible once I put color and collage on was something over here that said I create, but I messed up the lettering. So then I put this I create over it, and I added expansion, and I put in also a few post-it notes with things that happened during the months that I found were nice to be remembered, and I put them here on my post-it notes. This we already saw on another page, take up space to be seen. So yeah, and oh, if you fold it down, it says I create my own reality. And we have another extension, let's say. This was one of the last days, day 40, about favorites. So here I combine my favorite subject to paint, a portrait. She has red hair, so she's probably my muse, because she's a woman with red hair. I combine my favorite supplies, and I also combined it with found words that I arranged into a little poem. And it says something like, feel clearly connected to the world, be near oneself, something like that. It says it in German because I like to do this find poetry thing in German, because I have the best feeling of the 3 languages that I speak fluently. I think the most ingrained, because it's my first language, is German, so I like to do this in German. This one is day 13, serendipity. It was just to start putting colors down and see what comes up. For me, there was a city and a sunrise or sunset over a city that came up. This one was about trust, day 20, trust the fun. I really like this one. I had a lot of fun putting this together, and I included this food from my box that I have and that has increased in content over this month because I did a lot more collage than I usually do, and so I just put all the little scraps I put in this box, and the content is like, it's almost overflowing, and it was almost empty at the beginning of the month. So yeah, I have a lot to go back to in terms of collage fodder in this box. So then this is a double page, alchemy, day 8. I included a photo, some traits of my personality. Let's think, you can take this out. There are some stickers also. Here on the other side are more stickers too. And I have this envelope with a little note to my future self that I can take out and read whenever I want to. And this is an unusual page because I took out the glitter and stars and stuff, and also the vibrancy of the colors. I think it's not super usual for me, but the host of this prompt was someone who liked glitter very much, so I thought, okay, I will try it and take out my glitter and add some. I don't know if I will keep doing that because I still find glitter on my desk like 3 weeks later, and I don't really appreciate that. So yeah, but it was a nice try. I love doing it. I had fun with it, and so yeah, my son also liked it. He made some night sky with glitter paintings with more glitter, so that might be because I have so much all over this space. So this is day 11, notice, and it was about noticing, like taking the scraps that you have on your desk and create something, or well, in my case, in my little box. And I had the perfect page in my journal already because it said collect moments, so I didn't cover this up when putting the collage down. I also found this on my desk, and I added this little tea bag thingy also to my page that I had lying around, or in my morning tea. I cut it off, and I had also, yeah, here are some extensions again. Yeah, nice. This was day 27, archive, about jotting down some things that happened in your day. So I did some journaling, and I included a leaf and some grass from my garden because I had made a cyanotype with these plants on the same day. They also included this. This is from a package that you get at the pharmacy because I have a terrible eye infection and I was cooling my eyes. I made like some cool pads for my eyes, so I had this one lying around this bag and I included this. So yeah, it was a pretty mixed day. I still have the eye infection, by the way, so I will not show my face on camera for the next, well, until my eyes get better. So yeah, and that was when it started, more or less. So here we have a page about play, day 23, and it was just some collage pieces, a bit of color and some marks. So these pages, you can see they are very different, and they also took very different amount of time sometimes. So this was a fairly simple and quick one, and others took me longer to create, obviously. And it was a really nice mix in this challenge of things that you could do like really fast and other things where you could take more time, or I decided to spend more time on them. I really love this page. It's day 5, Elevate. There's also an extension already on day 5, and we have layers and colors. And I made some stencils because I don't have one on a cardboard with a bit of silicone glue. They didn't turn out very well, but I still like how they are coming through here. I also included some words that in English would be diversity, more diversity and groove, and this is about to allow more diversity and groove. This is about my art, so to try new things, to explore more, and yeah, a little reminder for myself that came up from my words that I already have in another box thingy where I collect words and then I make these kind of quotes or poetries, reminders for myself. This was another fun page, pretty quick to make, day 21, lifelines, and it was about drawing one line and then from there develop the page. Really fun, quick to do, and I like the color scheme here. And I did also some journaling that I don't remember what it's about and I can't read it, so that's okay. It's in here, preserved anyway. This is another page that I really like from the colors, kind of similar to this one, well, because it's the same paper. Day 17, Explore, and I actually managed to keep a focal point, although it's really big on one side. I always have trouble to not fill the whole page. I really admire abstract artists that manage with a few blobs of color and some lights to create beautiful pages, and I find myself always covering up everything. So this was an attempt to not do that, to keep it a bit more concentrated on one side. I like it. I don't know if it's a huge success in comparison to these artists that I admire that are able to keep their focal point focal and not add too much, but okay, I'm working on that. And I don't know if that's really me also. I admire that in other artists, and sometimes I find I want to do something like that, but it's not something that comes naturally, at least not now. So maybe that's just not me. Maybe I just like to look at it but don't do it myself. Here we have day 10, time. So I have this little clock, color clock, creative clock, some collage, and the quote, denn Zeit ist Leben und das Leben wohnt im Herzen, is from a book that's called Momo by the German author Michael Ende, and it's a beautiful, beautiful book for people of all ages. I would think, from like children to grown-ups, adults, and yeah, every age, because it's a book about time and how you perceive time. And this quote says, time is life and life lives in the heart. And the quote goes on and it says, if you don't, something like, if you don't perceive or don't live your time with your heart, then the time is lost to you. And the book is about that, about how to experience time, and how modern society basically can rob you of your lived life and your deeply perceived and lived time. And even though the book is, I think, from the 70s or 80s, I would have to look that up. It's very much valuable right now, because at that time there was no cell phones, no internet, and I think there's a lot more distractions even in our days. So it becomes even more relevant to think about, how do I spend my time and what distracts me from living and perceiving the time that I have fully. I think so. It's really, I love the book. I think I have to read it again sometimes. But these are quotes that I know from my childhood on, and they are like deeply ingrained. I always remember them. So here we are, mid-May, day 16, clusters. It was a lesson just about making clusters, collage clusters on the edges or in the corners of your pages. And so I took the opportunity to do some midway journaling about the challenge, how it was going, and how I was surprised at myself that how great it was, going, how much it did me good to be creative every day for a whole month. This is a page for the prompt that I signed up to the challenge for, because it was hosted by my friend Tamara from Ruskea Art. And I love her art, and I love how it is silly and at the same time deep. So and then when she makes videos, she always makes me laugh. So I really loved that, and signed up for the challenge because of this prompt. It's day 3, brain dump, and I made a little brain dump page, and I enjoyed it so much. It was really fun. And here we come to day 24. A palette was about creating a color palette from a picture you liked, and then draw something with these colors or paint something with these colors. So this is a picture I have of my oldest child, and we were in a cafe eating, like drinking coffee, eating how do you call these, macarons, I think. So yeah, I looked up the colors and I painted this. And if you take only this half and not look at the rest, it actually looks like the photo. So I did a pretty good job on this part, at least. If you view the full thing, she's looking much younger than she actually is. So yeah, but this piece is pretty accurate. I like that. Here's something totally new that I had never done before. It was a page about mistakes, day 28. So I combined some paintings that I do not like anymore, or that didn't turn out too well. We have a cyanotype that I did not much like the color of. I think it's because of the paper that I tried out for this one. And then we have some old watercolor paintings combined with some textiles, and I used my sewing machine to create a journal page for the first time, and that was a lot of fun. So I joined all these together and then sew it into the journal, and I think that's pretty nice. I had a lot of fun with this, and it's also a quick way to create a page, well, once you get the sewing machine out. at least, and sort it out so it's working. But yeah, then once you have all things out in the open, it's really quick to make a page like this. This one was a blast. Reimagine day 15. I just again looked through my collage piece box and found some really nice things, and this play card was in my front yard for a few days. I think I even said to my son he shouldn't pick it up, and then I picked it up and put it in my journal. So very inconsistent of my part, but yeah, so then I looked also up the meaning of the number 3, and it was like expansion and growth, and like growth in every area of your life, and I found that pretty meaningful together with the open door. So yeah, a really interesting page, and I included some sweet papers, wrapping papers from some sweets that were from my son's birthday party, and I made some ribbons out of them, and all the rest is just collage pieces found in my box. Yeah, pretty great. This is the last page, unfinished, un/finished, and it's a celebration page to, yeah, celebrate that I completed the whole challenge, and I'm pretty happy with everything that I created. I mean, I like some pages more than others, obviously, but I think every one turned out great in its own right, or gave me something, some joy for my day, some colors, some opportunity to jot some thoughts down or to get something out of my head onto the page. So it was super diverse, and it's in its prompts and what the hosts were sharing. So it took me a lot of different ways, and I really loved that. This was a quick page, day 4, joy, with a rainbow and a sticker, an iris sticker. And I also have here this envelope where I collected a few things that brought me joy during the month. Here are some flowers that I created, a drawing of my daughters, a sun, another wrapping paper from my son's birthday, a sticker with the name from my new acrylic colors, and the first cyanotype we created in a workshop with Vanessa Fenelon. She did a workshop and taught us to do cyanotypes. So this is the test piece to see how much time you have to expose your cyanotype to the sun on that day to get a real nice color. So you can see all the gradings here from the different minutes that it was exposed to the sun. So I included that here. Everything goes back in my little envelope. Love that edition, by the way. Day 12, renewal, was about going back to the word we had selected for the year, or something we had imagined at the beginning of the year would be something that guides us. And I had selected, in my head at least, the word gentle for this year for me. But I actually never made a page or art piece until now. So this was a great opportunity to finally create a page for my word of the year, which is gentle. Also, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with flowers. I would love to be able to paint loose flowers, but I somehow don't manage it very often. I don't create flowers that I like very often, but these are finger painted and then just made some marks with a black marker and cut out, and I really love these, especially these little ones. I have some more here lying around and in my box, so I will keep using them. And I really love that simple way to do flowers, and they are really turn out nice, I think, every time, no matter what you do. This was day 29, sunburst, and it says turn to face the sun. It's a quote from a song, and I really just combined some collage paper, the letters, and a drawing that I cut out from a book that I have. And it all fits really well together, and it's really like and lighting up my day. So really love this page and its colors and its vibrancy. This was super fun collaboration. I got my whole family to draw me some pictures, which is like great. This is a drawing that my husband made, so even he collaborated, and that's not something he would usually do, I think. And then I cut them up, and you can combine them to different faces, which is super funny. This is a drawing my daughter made for me. Here we have the drawing that my son made, and the last one is one that I did. So you can combine these. I love this combination. Also this one. These are like super fun. And you can like combine them every way you like, and they are all pretty funny. So this was great, and this was great in like a family page, and it was a holiday, a rainy day on a holiday, so we were at home anyway, and so this was something super fun to do on a rainy day at home. And we are coming to the last couple pages. This is Patchwork from day 6. This is all collage with some marks, and I had never done a page like that before, but I really enjoyed making it. And I think this is a page together with this one that I made on a Saturday evening where the kids were asleep and my husband was out, and I thought, okay, I will just prepare a background and then I go to sleep. And I actually stayed up doing this page and this one because I was hearing a podcast and I was so into it, and I thought, okay, I just keep going. And I think it was 3 in the morning when I stopped, and I actually went to bed and had created 2 pages instead of just one fast background. So yeah, pretty crazy. A lot of time since I did something like that. So great opportunity to stay up late. And we have the page from day 9, Layers, which is a mixed media page, as I would normally do pretty regularly, like include, well, maybe not including this thing, but it was on my desk, and I thought, okay, I don't know what to do with it, and I just include it in my journal. So then I have a place for it, and it's not like lying around on my desk anymore. And yeah, I felt like earthy colors that day, some journaling and some popping doodles, and just having some fun with colors and marks and some doodling. And that's it. I included on the last page the artists that were part of Messy May and presented the daily prompts, and also the prompts themselves. I have included them to refer back to them, and I found this one and I just thought, okay, I put it here. Thank you for participating. I had it in some other like I found it and I thought, okay, I will pick it. I put it up here. So yeah, that was it, my whole Messy May flip and chat through. I hope you enjoyed seeing my pages and hearing me talk, and I hope it inspires you to get creative. And yeah, for me this challenge was unexpectedly full of joy and full of creativity, and I finally, after a long time, experienced some creative joy just for fun every day for a whole month, and it was like so great for myself. I feel deeply grateful to Messy May, to Get Messy, for putting this together. So thank you, and thank you all the artists for the prompts and the super nice inspiration. It really gave me a lot of stuff to think about, to try out new things, to see, to discover things I like, new things I like, and try some things that I would have not tried otherwise, and also going back to some of my favorite things, being it materials or prompts or subjects or something. So it was a great mix of all things new and tested in combination, in every combination possible. So yeah, I am sending you much love and wishing you the best. Bye.